Hi, I'm Steve Hines from Peak 15 Fitness. Welcome to part 4 of my food myths series. Today I'm going to talk about grains. Now, the government and many doctors and dietitians will tell you that you need to eat grains every day and to base your meals around grains. So just look at the food pyramid from the USDA or the balance of good health food plate that the Food Standards Agency here in the UK suggests, and they recommend anything up to 9 to 11 servings of grains a day, which is absolute nonsense. Grains raise insulin. Insulin is driving this obesity and diabetes epidemic. To suggest that you need 9 to 11 servings of grains a day, people don't even eat 9 meals a day. So how do you get 9 to 11 servings of grains a day? It's absolute nonsense. What we should be doing is basing our foods around vegetables and then adding in small portions of grains, if any, sources of protein, and then other sort of foods like nuts and seeds and fruit, etc. So going back to grains, why am I against grains? Well, grains are not designed to be eaten by humans. They've got things in them that which damage our gut, retard digestion. For example, grains have got dietary lectins in them. These dietary lectins can't be digested in our human digestive tract. Take gluten, for instance, which is a type of lectin. Gluten causes damage and autoimmune disease in the gut, which is called celiac disease. Now, not everybody suffers from celiac disease. However, we're finding that more and more people are becoming diagnosed with it, and people can often take up to 20 years to get a diagnosis of celiac disease. But what we're seeing more and more of, I see this more and more every day with people I work with, people are suffering from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, irritable bowel disease, Crohn's disease. They're basically different diagnoses or different names for the same pathology: gastrointestinal inflammation and damage. Now, it's not always coming from grains. It can be coming from infections, parasites, and toxins, for example. But I would suggest that the majority of these cases are being caused by eating too much grains. Or eating too much gluten, and working with people, when I get them to remove gluten, remove grains from their diet, these symptoms significantly improve or completely resolve altogether. Now, grains have also got protease inhibitors in them, which retard digestion. They've also got phytates in them. Now, in the grain, a phytate is useful. It binds up the minerals and keeps those things inside the grain. But as that phytate is passing through your gut, it binds up your zinc and your magnesium and your selenium and actually carries it out of your body so you don't absorb it. So it's another reason not to be eating grains. Now, there are some grains that I think are useful to eat, and I eat grains now and then just for a bit of variety. I probably eat them once or twice a week. And what I eat is whole grain brown rice. Now, that's a good source of fiber and B vitamins and starch. It's gluten-free, of course, and then some certified gluten-free oats now and then if you want to eat some porridge or some muesli. Some other grains such as amaranth or quinoa or buckwheat. You could eat these kind of grains, but I would suggest that you still eat them infrequently. So my take on grains is avoid all gluten containing grains, full stop, and eat some whole grain brown rice or some quinoa or some certified gluten-free oats infrequently.